Hi, I'm Gordon Young with Maximum PC Magazine. I'm looking at Origin PC's brand new revolutionary, some would say, Genesis machine. What's revolutionary about this machine is it is truly a modular design. We've seen modular cases from, say, Cooler Master with its Cool Stacker series. A lot of people say it's a little bit like a Lego, and it looks like a Lego. You take one small section, you add another section to it, you keep going up. This actually is two parts. Small part in the bottom, big part on top. Down here, you can put hard drives, SSDs, whatever. This particular machine, though, has two radiators down below. One radiator in back. 3 rads, because they're cooling a lot of hardware. It's 4 GeForce 780 Ti cards, fully water-cooled, using a set of pretty cool Coolants blocks, and an Ivy Bridge E, clock up to 4.65 gigahertz. What's really special about this modular case is that it's Origin's own design. If you actually are looking at this case and you want to buy it, the only way to get it is to buy the complete machine, take all the parts out of it, and add your own. A lot of OEMs, of course, even high-end boutique OEMs, usually go with just off-the-shelf designs because it costs a lot of money to make and design your own case. It's literally hundreds of thousands of dollars. Origin has decided to do its own design on the Genesis. And in fact, if you buy the smaller version, I think it's called the Millennium. You do the bigger version, it's called the Genesis. But wait, there's even more to this case. You see right now, it's a standard configuration. The video cards are pointed straight up to vent all that heat out of the case. If you don't like that and you want your video card to go straight, you can actually remove this entire tray, flip it over, have the cards go this way. Even better, if you want the system on the left side of your leg under your desk instead of the right side, but you still want to look in the window, this entire tray comes out of the machine, you flip it over, put it back into the case, the window's now on the opposite side and you're looking into the case. That's a unique feature I've never seen in any other case from any PC vendor. As far as hardware goes, it's pretty fast. I reviewed the Digital Storm Ventum 2, which is an even bigger case. On video, this thing looks pretty big. The Ventum is probably about this much bigger, 4 or 5 inches deeper, a couple inches taller. Huge. This case is a lot smaller, but of course, it's more flexible. I will say, as far as cases go, I think it can be improved. This top part is a little plasticky. In fact, when you get it, they warn you not to pick up the case. Buy what I would think I'd want to actually pick it up. You'll rip the top of the case off. You really need to pick it up from the bottom. I also think this door, which is kind of cool, but if you pull it out, in fact, one of our video guys almost broke it doing this. Once you open up the side of the door, the springs will pop the door off sometimes. So far, it just flops out onto the ground. You could potentially scratch or break your case door. The other weakness of this system, I think, although I didn't have any issues, and Origin has since upgraded the power supply, is this Corsair AX1200i power supply. 1200 watt power supply, a lot of power, but you are running 4 780 Ti's and an overclocked Ivy Bridge E. Running games, synthetic benchmarks, I was looking at 1200 watts at the wall. That's pretty much the maximum this power supply is going to put out. It'll put out a little more under peak, but I really would not feel comfortable running that all summer long with a heavy load. The good news is Origin has upgraded the power supply to the Corsair AX1500i, which gives you more breathing room, so on those really hot days, you won't be pushing this power supply that hard. As far as performance goes, the fastest machine I've seen so far is Digital Storm's Ventum 2, very similar specs. At the time though, their 780 Ti's were not water cooled, so they ran them on air. That machine was slightly faster on the CPU clocks, so it was faster in CPU benchmarks, just a little bit. This machine is definitely faster in games because the GPUs are water cooled. And right now, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's pretty quiet. Even if you put this machine under heavy load, it doesn't get much louder. So that's what happens when you get a completely water cooled system, even on heavy loads, fairly silent. Of course, it's not cheap. Like the Ventum 2, this is a custom case you can't get anywhere else. It's got expensive hardware, $1,000 CPU, 4 expensive video cards. I think they're $700 a piece. And of course, you get the cool lights, which they're changing color. You have control over it. There's a remote, in fact, if you want to change the color of the lights. There's all kinds of different modes. This is going to set you back $10,300. Yeah, that's a heart attack for a lot of people, but this is a custom case. Can't get anywhere else. You want to run your video cards running up, running back, flip it over, not going to get anywhere else. Also, of course, this bottom section comes right off. If you wanted to run a smaller system, I suppose you could have them build it without the radiators in the bottom, or just put hard drives in it. Thanks for watching. You can read the full review in the August issue of Maximum PC and see more videos on cool-ass gaming boxes on MaximumPC.com.